The United States Army issued the first organizational table for a parachute unit in early 1942, noting an airborne division was to consist of a single parachute regiment and 2 glider infantry regiments. In this video, we will delve into the structure of this parachute regiment unit and all of its cascading unit types, down to the individual soldier. Parachute units demanded flexibility, utilizing small, self-sustaining components whenever possible to execute their missions. Every member of the unit was trained in every capacity, to include all of the weapons and roles across the unit, beginning with the sole parachute troop. He is a specially trained and equipped soldier that was able to execute missions in areas not immediately accessible to friendly troops, such as attacking a defended position in the rear or flank, seizing or destroying enemy supply and communication installations, and seizing and holding terrain in the rear of organized beach defenses. These soldiers jumped into battle with a parachute system and delivery units to transfer equipment and supplies. Every man was authorized a pistol, usually the M1911A1. Additionally, the M1A1 variant of the M1 carbine was produced specifically for airborne troops. In 1944, this pistol authorization would be rescinded. These men were aggregated into the smallest configured unit within the airborne structure, a squad. 2 different types of squads were detailed for the airborne troops, a Parachute Rifle Squad and a Parachute 60mm Mortar Squad. The Parachute Rifle Squad consisted of 2 non-commissioned officers, a sergeant and a corporal, along with 10 privates. 7 of these men were designated as riflemen, with the remaining 3 acting as gunner, assistant gunner, and ammunition bearer for the light machine gun. The sergeant could act as jump master, with assistance from the corporal. Along with that responsibility, the squad leader was responsible for conduct and equipment of the squad, as well as executing all orders given from the platoon leader. These troops jumped into battle armed with 10 rifles, a submachine gun, and an M1919A4 light machine gun. They were given much greater freedom than the standard infantry rifle squad and could act independently, with a great number of their missions deep in enemies' rear areas with no support and little communications. These missions required secrecy, surprise, and speed, making communication far more difficult and necessitating this independence. The Parachute 60mm Mortar Squad was much smaller, with just a sergeant acting as squad leader and 5 privates first class acting as gunner, assistant gunner, and ammunition bearers. This squad utilized the 60mm mortar, 1 submachine gun, and 3 rifles to execute the same missions as the Parachute Rifle Squad with the same level of independence. These squads were further combined into a parachute rifle platoon. 2 parachute rifle squads and 1 parachute mortar squad were merged, with an additional command group consisting of a platoon leader, second in command, platoon sergeant, signal corporal, radio operator, and 2 messengers attached. This was updated in late 1944 to include a 3rd parachute rifle squad, with each squad receiving a light machine gun or Browning automatic rifle. However, this change was rarely fielded, and most platoons continued to operate with the firepower of 2 parachute rifle squads. The platoon leader was responsible for thorough inspection of all jumping and training equipment, as well as command and control of the entire platoon. He was assisted by his second in command. The signal corporal oversaw all means of signal communications within the platoon. The officers were each armed with a carbine, with the non-commissioned officers carrying 45 cal submachine guns. All other personnel not operating any light machine guns were equipped with M1 rifles. Each rifle platoon had 2 additional M1919A4 light machine guns for optional use. There were 2 additional types of parachute platoons that existed as part of their company headquarters. These included an 81mm mortar platoon and a light machine gun platoon. The Parachute 81mm mortar platoon had 2 sections, each consisting of 2 squads. Each squad was equipped with an 81mm mortar and consisted of an NCO, gunner, assistant, and 4 ammunition bearers. This was increased to 6 ammunition bearers in 1944. A small headquarters section consisting of 2 officers, a platoon sergeant, a corporal, and 2 messengers existed until 1944, when one of the officers was removed. Similarly, the light machine gun platoon consisted of 2 sections with 4 squads each equipped with 1 light machine gun per squad. Each squad had a strength of 4 men, up to 5 during 1944. Their small headquarters section consisted of the same roles as the previous 81mm mortar platoon. However, in 1944, one of the officers was replaced with a corporal. Continuing up the ladder, the Parachute Rifle Company was the unit that contained these platoons. This consisted of 3 parachute rifle platoons and a command group, with a company commander, second-in-command, and small group of enlisted men. This headquarters also contained 5 riflemen to support casualties within the various attached platoons. A parachute battalion utilized a battalion headquarters and headquarters company, combined with 3 rifle companies. The battalion headquarters mirrored the structure of the infantry battalion headquarters, with a battalion commander, executive officer, a captain performing intelligence, operations, and training duties, and a first lieutenant as adjutant and S1. In 1944, an additional first lieutenant and warrant officer were added. The headquarters company was made up of a 30 cal machine gun platoon and an 81mm mortar platoon, along with the headquarters platoon. This headquarters platoon initially consisted of the company headquarters, staff section, mess section, and communication section. This was updated in 1944 to replace the company headquarters and staff section with a battalion headquarters section and supply section respectively. Unlike its infantry counterpart, this parachute battalion structure did not utilize a heavy weapons company, attributable to the nature of the paratroopers' mission. Lastly, the Parachute Regiment took 3 of these parachute battalions and attached a headquarters and headquarters company along with a service company. These regiments were designed as either part of an airborne division or designated as a separate regiment, attached to other units. The importance of these airborne units was exemplified throughout the years of World War II, successfully executing missions that would have great effects in the victory of Allied soldiers. Mission Boston, where over 6,000 82nd Airborne paratroopers jumped into France 5 hours ahead of the beach landings. Operation Market Garden, where tens of thousands of airborne forces from America, Great Britain, and Poland captured key bridges and terrain in German territory. Airborne troops proved to be a winning fighting force and a key component to the success of Allied forces in World War II.